All right. What's up, everybody? How's it going, Facebook? It's Dave Simney. It is a Sunday, the last day of July. I'm excited to come live. I was down here in the studio doing some videos, and I just felt inspired to share kind of a message. I love sharing messages that are derived from like personal inspiration, where you just feel like, you know what? Now's my chance to make a difference. I believe, and let me know if you guys believe this, I believe if we have gifts or if we've learned a lesson or we've been through something, we should probably put that gift out there in the world. And I love Facebook because it allows us the chance to get out there and just put ourselves out there and broadcast who we are, what we've learned, and how we can add value to other people. And so today I just wanted to come out here. I'm so excited to have my voice back. I had my second bout with the virus, and it didn't hit me too bad. You know what I'm saying? I had a bad cough for a while. Still kind of getting the residual effects, but I'm happy to be back. Super excited to be right here with you live on this Sunday. I don't normally go live on Sundays, but again, I felt compelled to share really 5 ways that I recession-proofed my life. And I want to preface this by saying, I don't say this to brag. I say this with all humility because I want you to understand that, like, this isn't a sales pitch. There's not going to be some course you sign up for at the end. Like, I truly believe that if we have learned something, we got to put it out there in the universe. We got to let it be a vehicle for other people to learn, engage, and profit from. So in your own life, the whole point of life, I believe, is to be happy. And we're not happy when we're stressed out. Stress causes heart attacks, right? Anxiety causes heart attacks. People are dying like crazy out there at younger ages. I've been texting my wife all these people, and it's like, it's a wild, crazy world. There's uncertainty. There's so much going on. And at the end of the day, it's like, we got to center on us, the things we can control, the things that make us happy, our family, our friends, the things we love doing, our hobbies, and all that stuff. Well, that's easy to say, Dave, because, you know, you make blah, 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 how much money? Okay, let me just share with you some things that everybody could do. And I did these things. So the first thing I'm going to share with you why I was able to recession-proof my life. I literally have no fear of a recession. Yes, things are more expensive than they were last year. Yes, it takes an extra, $600 a month just to be even from where you were 1 year ago. I get that, guys. I feel you. But I want you to know, like, I have no fear of the recession, of inflation, of any of it. Why? Because I recession-proofed my life, and I want to encourage all of you to do that. Okay, so the first way that I did it was I am not attached to name brands, okay? Now, notice I didn't say, oh, cut back on everything. I did a live where I shared 10 ways to kind of cut back. There are ways to cut back. But the challenge with cutting back every time times get tough is you live a scarcity life. You live in the scarcity mindset. The abundance mindset says, how about not cutting back? How about I just focus on the stuff I love that I'm good at? Maybe I work a little harder. I do a little bit more. Maybe I'm a little smarter. And maybe I can still maintain that. Because at the end of the day, guys, like, we got one shot at this. Like, we're not going out. We don't know when it's going to be. So, you know, those people like my grandma who worked like 40 years at the same company just to retire, you know, on 40% of her income. And she worked like 40 hours a week. It was just that 40-40-40 plan. And I look at it and it was like, she spent the last kind of 10, 15 years of her life just kind of, you know, going to casinos and, you know, gambling and just, you know, not really like doing the stuff that she loved to do when she was in the prime of her life. You guys, like, I subscribe to a different routine. I subscribe to a different mindset. It's like, why don't you enjoy your time now instead of when you're retired and you can't even walk up the hill you want to climb? You know what I'm saying? You can't do the tours you wanted to do, go see the countries you wanted to see. So I am not attached to name brands. Yes, I love name brands. Yes, I'll buy, like, I just bought a Tommy Bahama polo. Now I got a $50, you know, gift card in the mail. So it wasn't $150. It was like $60. Now, could I have spent $10 for a polo? Sure. So that brand was great, but I'm not attached to it. When I go to the store, there's only a couple brands that I have to have. One of them is Best Foods mayo. Like, I got to have Best Foods. Like, no other mayonnaise is okay. I shouldn't eat that much, but I'll just say this. Most of the store brands are manufactured by the name brand companies or vice versa. The store brands manufacture the name. It's just, I will tell you this, there's very little difference in brands. And if you're so attached to brands, that can be a challenge for you. Now, I do have an exception. The only 2 things I make an exception for other than mayo, right, is cars and collagen, right? Like cars, you get what you pay for. College, you get what you pay for. But for the most part, in my mind, I'm not attached to brands. I'm attached to whatever brand gives me the best deal and gives me, the best pricing, and then I feel good that I walk away with the deal. And that's just my mindset. So I want to encourage you, like, don't be married to like any one brand, whether it's food, clothing, right? Anything out there in the marketplace. If there's something you love and you can afford to get it, go for it. All right, number 2, way that I recession-proof my life. I'm not afraid to hustle and pivot. I see a lot of people posting that hustle is so like 5 years ago, and the hustle culture, and all these articles and these like 18 like bullet point emoji posts by some girls that are just like, so like, oh, I used to hustle and blah, 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 and now I'm going to manifest. And I get all that. Okay. I love it. Like, I get it. There's a difference between hustling on a full-time basis, right? And hustling, being stressed out, running around, having no life, with anxiety and expectations. There's a difference. There's a balance. Now, most of the people that kind of like, that frown on the hustle culture, especially in entrepreneurship, is because people work too hard and then you die, right? It's true. Like, if all you're glorified is money and riches and success and all this stuff, and Tony Robbins and Grant Cardone and their private jets, and Eric Worre and all his jets and all his private stuff, okay, good. There's some people that glamorize that, right? But there's other people that, and if that's what you love and that's what you're into, go for it. There's other people that like, I could literally live in a cabin as long as I got some fresh air, food to eat, and like something nice to look at, and I can, sleep, eat, wake up, be with my family. I'm good. I truly am. But I do aspire to bigger and better things, to a bigger income. I have visions of double and triple what I'm even making now. I have that vision for my life, but I have the balance. I'm not afraid to hustle 9 to 5. And 9 to 5 is kind of the antiquated notion. Entrepreneur, you're like around the clock, right? But guys, you can't be afraid of hustling, like working like crazy. Like, that's okay. That's actually a good thing. It's just, if you do it at the wrong time, where you make sacrifices, where you're not there for your kids or your family, or your work home life balance, suffers, then that's a problem. But hustle in general is not a bad word. Okay. It's not a 4-letter word, guys. Don't be afraid to hustle and pivot. That's my other thing. I was able to pivot, with this wasn't working, I can go here. If this thing's not, this tactic, this technique, this thing I'm doing right here, let me shift a little bit. So the power of pivot is valid. So that's how I recession-proof my life, being ready to outwork other people, being ready to pivot when I needed to pivot. All right. Hopefully that's enough specificity for you. But let me go to number 3. The other way that I really learned to recession-proof my life is I focused on others. I focused on adding value to others. Now, what that means, that sounds really, I think, kind of vague when I wrote it down, but it's like, by focusing on adding value to others, you're building a brand, you're building a character, you're building a reputation. Your reputation is everything. There's entire companies out there like that exist to preserve your reputation, right? And it's crazy to me, but your name has a brand. And I don't care how many followers you have, or who you think you are or are not. Your name, to some person out there, carries some kind of reputation. And our name is all we have. I mean, you could probably change your name if you needed to, but so we all have that. So we're only as good as our name and what people think about us. Now, you might say, oh, Dave, who cares what people think? Let's be real. Like, honestly, we do care what people think. You may say, oh, I don't give a rip what somebody, okay, let me break it down for you. Somebody that doesn't care what anybody else thinks is probably a jerk, and probably never, ever knows how to say, I'm sorry. Like, honestly, you should probably care what others think. The problem is people think too much about what other people think. Like, I'm not worried about, oh, you care what kind of car I drive or what I'm doing or what I said. Actually, a compassionate, empathetic person cares what people think about them. Now, if somebody doesn't like them, I'm not going to like lose sleep over it. Maybe I'll figure out why. Is there something I've done that's offended them, something I need to apologize for, or are they just being unreasonable? All right. So focus on adding value to others. The more value you put out in the marketplace, in the ether, in the universe, to your teams, to your friends, to your family, to your kids, to your mom, the more value that you put, the more heart you put into your life, I promise you, the more social equity you will have. Write that down, social equity. And that's how you recession proof your life. Because when you have social equity, that has a value. People will buy from you. They will work with you. They will be part of what you're offering, whatever that may be. I've got a lady who's a friend on Facebook, and I didn't know her from Adam, but I saw her work. She actually took one of my pictures. I have multiple streams of income. So I have, I'm a photographer, and she took one of my pictures and said, please, can I paint this into a painting? And I was like, absolutely, I'm honored. And that painting came out fantastic. She sent me a print, and I just commissioned her to print, to paint 2 works of art. I know her, I like her. She put her value out there. And now I'm working with her, and I just commissioned her. All right, number 4, guys, multiple income streams. Diversify your portfolio. Now, let me give you this misconception about multiple streams. Most people, when you hear multiple streams, they get it all wrong. Gary Vaynerchuk said, I'd rather be all in on one thing than half-baked at 10. And that's smart advice, because the average person hears multiple streams and they think, okay, I got to have an Etsy page, and I got to be an affiliate link, and I got to do this company and that company and that company. Now we're going to sell this, and now we're going to work on my brand, and I got to sell the course, and I got to write a book, and I got to, and they're all over the map. And consequently, they end up mediocre at best at any one thing. Guys, I am here to tell you, yes, you want multiple streams, but until you have really made it with the one that you've spent the most time with, until you've really locked that down where it's on cruise control and you're not having to work, the full time on it, you got to focus. WTF, my mentor, Darren Hardy, said, W2F, what the focus, right? What is your single point of focus? Now, that doesn't mean those of you that have a full-time job and you're running an entrepreneur business on the part-time, it doesn't mean, oh, I just got to focus on my job. Most people can leave that job at home, and in their part-time, instead of watching Dancing with the Stars and Netflixing and chilling, like, they can spend an hour a day building a little side business. That's great. But my point is don't build 3 side businesses, and then don't overhear and be like, oh, now I got to do the ClickFunnels program, and now I got to take this mentoring course, and now I got to write this book because somebody said multiple streams. You got to chill and focus and still diversify. Now, the other part of that is diversifying your investments. Like, it doesn't matter to me if the real estate market goes down, the stock market goes down. I'm diverse. I can weather the storm. And recession proofing is all about weathering the storm. And the 5th way that you do that is having a recession proof business. You got to recession proof your life and business. And the only way I know to do that, other than the 4 ways I've let you know, is to have an online e-commerce business that is recession proof. Why? Why is it a recession proof business? You say, Dave, yeah, right. Inflation, recession, blah, blah, blah. Everyone's going to tighten their belts. No one's going to buy. I have lived you guys through 3 recessions. Okay. And I can just tell you right now, the last one where I thought no one would do anything, the industry I'm in, direct sales, social marketing, exploded. It happened in 2020 with the virus came along. Everyone said, oh my gosh, no one's going to buy. It exploded. It tripled. You guys, the reason why a recession proof, there's a few industries that do well. In a recession, the movie industry actually does well because people want an escape from their problems. They go into a movie, and for 2 hours, and a bag of popcorn, they can forget their problems. The entertainment business actually does well in a recession. Same concept. They go to a concert, they take some magic mushrooms or smoke a bowl or whatever, and their problems go away for 3 hours. All right, entertainment. The other industry is direct sales. Why? People need additional income streams now more than ever, and they realize it. Again, the prices are going up. The problems are getting bigger. Depression's at an all-time high. All the things. And then couple that with the last couple of years of craziness, and you've got this like perfect storm where everyone's freaking out. So take a deep breath, walk on some hot coals, like meditate, manifest peace and happiness Sunday, and then get yourself a recession-proof business. All right. I can talk to you about it. I can tell you what I do. It's less than dinner at Olive Garden. We're off to the races, and we're making money when we post. If you can post about a $1 billion lottery or a cat meme or the Top Gun movie you just saw, you could be making money online. It's not a big, expensive, fancy skill you got to learn. There's no course you got to take. You just jump in. We got 1,300 people right now in my Facebook group ready to show you. I got 31,000 people in my collagen group ready to show you. Like, let us lead you to water and then drink it up, baby. All right, have a great Sunday. If there's anything I can do to be of value to you, whatever industry you're in, if you're a Facebook friend of mine or someone tagged you on this, hit me up. All right. Or if somebody tagged you on this video to learn more about kind of what we do and how you can really get in and recession proof your life, get back to them. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a great weekend and incredible August ahead. It's going to be an exciting summer. And man, strap in, enjoy the ride, be happy, and just try to be a little bit better today than you were yesterday. All right, guys, thank you for joining me. Take care. Bye-bye.